Boom. Well, as it turns out, I definitely started the wrong intro for the show, and we pivoted right there at the end. But GM, thank you, sweetie. Welcome to the show. I just need my water bottle, as you guys know. Hey, that rhymes. What is going on? Hope you are doing well. Happy Friday morning. My goodness. What a week we've had in crypto. My gosh. A lot of things that we'll go through that. Remember, we got a space going. I'm just getting that loaded up because I was taken by surprise by the fact that there was the wrong intro. So instead of a minute, I had 20 seconds. But hey, we live to fight another day. Happy Friday, guys. Make sure that you smash that like button. If you are watching on YouTube, if you are watching on X, you could always hit that heart. We tried last week to see if our elbow skin, because we had been saying for a while, here you go, just smash the heart with your elbow over on X. But the problem is that your elbow skin doesn't work on your screen. So we had to learn to pivot and do things a little bit differently. So we're just smashing. We're smashing hearts. We're smashing likes. We're smashing it all. We're never tapping with the elbow ever again because it doesn't even work. Thank you guys for being here. My gosh, April 18th. I cannot believe that we are this late in. But if you guys want to participate in the conversation today, we do have, I know we're trying to figure out the whole live stream schedule and the space and how it's all going to work. But because it's Friday, we figured definitely, and there's no afternoon show today. Next week was when we're picking up both shows Monday through Friday, because we're in the saddle all week. I was out a couple days helping AJ get everything out of the apartment, get ready to move out west. And so next week we are back to business 100%. We got nothing else going on. So make sure you guys tune in for Web3 Breakfast at 9 a.m. and then at 4 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, we got the JChains show. That's more of my news and numbers. That's the news and numbers show. But so if you guys are, so that was a long-winded way of saying, hey, maybe you're watching the live stream and you're like, well, I want to chat. I want to be a part of the conversation today. Well, let me show you what we'll do here. We can pull this up and boom, there you go. So now we got the space going. We got the stream going. If you want to participate, if you want to come up to the stage in the space and conversate with us today, absolutely, you are more than welcome to do so. Until then, until we have an idea of, who wants to come up and chit chat with us, I'm just going to run this thing like the afternoon show. We'll go through some general market overview stuff, and then we can look at some charts. And if there's anything that you guys want to look at specifically on the charts, that we've been dealing a lot with the LeapFrog indicator. That thing can help you maybe navigate the day. Last night, I put out a post actually about what my plan was with ONDO. And let's go through this really quick. Now, let me pull up the post, show you the chart, what we were looking at. All right, so share this tab. We'll go to this one here. Now, our lines did move a little bit throughout the day. So let's see here. Let's go 3 here. All right. So as you can see, last night we were looking at ONDO, and this was, when did I post this? This was 9 o'clock. So you guys have heard me saying that like the weekly, the VWAP daily swaps over at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, or I guess I don't know why I said Monday through Friday. I was thinking about my show. 8 p.m. Eastern is when the new daily candle for the VWAP happens, the new wick. And so what we saw yesterday was this thing kick off at 82.23. Well, let's go to ONDO. And what I had said was, here's kind of like this thing is just stacked vertically, right? We had to get through, like maybe come down and touch the monthly to date, and then just rip up the stack. We got the previous week to date, you had the daily, the previous daily, then the week to date, and then you got up top here at the SMA about 85.7, right? Somewhere in there. That's where that was last night. So now let's take a look where we're at today. Let me show you this tab instead. And here you go. So we did come close. So here you can see this is the 840. This is the 48-minute chart. And so this is 8 o'clock. So here's where the new daily VWAP started. And as you know, we were at the low 82 levels. So we were down around here. We did come down pretty freaking close to touching that month to date, but it never did. this wick to here was about 0.36%. So we got pretty darn close to touching the month to date, but we never did. But then now we started climbing, right? We blasted past the daily. We got past the previous daily. And now the hunt for the rest of the day is, are we going to get up to the week to date and the SMA, that would be the full vertical stack of what we were talking about last night. And so far, man, we got through 3 of 5. Okay. I know the bigger gap to get to the week to date, but as we are rounding out the end of the week, that's what I'm looking at, right? And remember, this is really just a strategy week for me to determine, how does this indicator totally work? How can we deploy this? Again, I have definitely figured out that I start paying attention at 8 p.m. my time, Eastern in the United States, is when we get, again, the new daily. And from there is where I go to work, start watching this thing, and we see where it goes. And if it goes down below the previous daily, I feel like 9 times out of 10. So really, of the couple days that I've watched this, it will make that move where it will either jump up to try to hit the previous day, or if the previous day is below, it's going to go down. And even if it just kisses it, even if you just wick through it, it still does it. Again, I've been telling you guys, this thing's acting like a magnet. And so there you go. So my game plan today is to watch this thing. I'm not trading it. Again, I was just watching it because this is my first end of the week session, watching this on a Friday. So I want to make sure and see how does it react. And so because our new daily started below and everything was vertical, even the week to date, if we can come up and touch that to close out the week, next Friday we could probably, if we've got similar conditions, we'll put that together. So I appreciate you guys being here. GM. Now remember, this is a space. So if you want to chat, if you want to come up to the stage, you can do so. All you got to do is raise your hand. Totally cool with me. Other than that, we can just keep running this thing like this, and we'll go through some charts and kind of tell you, and we'll look through this indicator, and maybe this will help you out, and maybe it'll make you want to either watch the video that I did with Flopping Grubber last week, or get in touch with them and get into the ecosystem, get the indicator, all that kind of stuff. So, all right, and also, guys, make sure. Oh, my trade on Phemex down in the bottom right, it kind of blends in because my sweatshirt is similar colors. Remember, guys, we got the trade. Let's take a look at this really quick. And I can't pull it up because it's a total different profile on Google to share. But here we go. If you were to take a look at the Easter trading competition, you could still join. There's 6 days left, 5 days, 20 hours, 48 minutes. So you could still do some damage. The number one person has got $37 million in trading volume. That is heavy duty. That is not me. I am just a little fish compared to that. My information's still loading. Let's hit the refresh on this. It was like close to 400K, I think, which still, I got to log in. I mean, it's not terrible, it totally logged me out. Probably gonna, Google verification. Let's do this. Man, I hate when that happens, but it's also a good thing. It's also a good thing to get. Do I have it on this phone? I ain't going to be able to log into that right now. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I think I just lost the space. I was trying to close another app out, and I closed X. Let's see if we can reconnect really quick. I'll tell you what, man. If it ain't a Friday, it's a Monday, as you guys know. Join space. Are we going to make it? I know there's some time. Reconnect. I think we made it back. Let's go. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't make it back. Don't skip leg day, says Niels. Don't do it. Don't skip your leg day. All right. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I don't really know what is going on now with Twitter. I closed it up, and now it's showing me that that I did fuck it up and I closed it out. So I'm just going to close the space. It's done. Sorry. If you guys were listening to the space, and if you were planning on coming up to the stage, I apologize. That was a boneheaded move. I was just trying to close out another app, and I swapped up on the Twitter app, and then boom, there was no going back. Glad you're watching on YouTube. Green candles. Boom, me too. Go ahead and smash that like button if you would. Appreciate you, green candles. Let's see, what do we got here? I am showing let's see the likes load. There we go. Damn near close to 100% again today. So I love that. You guys are doing the right thing. I will check up on my my X viewers because I know that sometimes y'all are just terrible. Yeah, you get smashing a like on the X. Go ahead. I know you guys can do it. I know you can do it. You've got it in you. So all right. Let's look at X Rug Mag. I'm sorry. It was totally my bad. That was definitely my bad. I was trying to do something else and I was closing out a different app and I accidentally closed out the X app. I did try to go back in because you have like 30 seconds to get back in and engage, or else it shuts it down. And I got back in and I was sitting there, but it wasn't loading anything. It wasn't loading sound. It wasn't loading people. It wasn't loading, any of the screen. And so that was it. So we shut it down. No space. Rugged. Rugged, just like the base coin for everybody. Rugged, just like mantra. I did it, man. If they can rug, I can rug. Anything you can do, I can do better. You know what I'm saying? I'll rug my own show. I don't give a rip. Let's see. Neo says, I watched a chart analysis of Bitcoin dominance versus price and how it's following a trend line and has to break out the top of the trend channel. And then you can see the drop in dominance. You know the top is. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance because again today, like we're down finally. And when I say down finally, let me turn off LeapFrog because we don't need it for here. Let's go to StreamYard. I'll give you guys the boom. He got that boom. He gave it 5 booms. Boom, 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 boom. I fucking hate the boom things. All right. So Blocky, there he is. Hey man, I fucked up the X, but I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks again. 63.87% for dominance on Bitcoin. Now we have been seeing it go up higher and higher. Now, if we are, that's the 48. Let's go to the daily. Maybe we're starting to make some, well, not quite yet. Look at, this thing is pretty flattened out compared to, how it normally looks. But so we could be dropping. Now we have seen, previous, some other decent, oh, that was wild. Some other drops, right? But I just, when you've heard me talking about this, and I'm an altcoin guy, I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. I don't hold a lot of Bitcoin. I hold a lot more altcoins than anything, right? And the idea is I'm hopeful for altcoin season. Like, I don't give a shit about the Bitcoin price. I don't care. I want Bitcoin dominance to go down. If the Bitcoin price goes up, great. Like we've seen that it can happen. Bitcoin, the price can go up while the dominance goes down so that all the altcoins go up. That's what we want. That's what I want. You guys may want something different. You may be a Bitcoin maximalist, and that's okay. I'm not. I want the dominance to go down. I want it to go down hard and fast, just like it did in December. Man, oh man. So if we bring this back right here. So, we got that circled. So this drop right here, you want dominance to go to all-time lows? Absolutely. So recently what we saw here in November into December, right, was this bottom. We bottomed at 54-ish, right? We wicked down 54.6. We bodied at 55, somewhere in there. But that doesn't mean that that's how low we can go. Let's take a look at this. This is what we want. We thought this little doohickey right here in December was nice. Nah, dog. This is what we want. We want to see a drop like this. Like a drop in 45% dominance. Now, I will say the market is way more diluted now than it was back then. And I feel like at some point, you have to draw a line in the sand of where you start to gain the true metric of the dominance, right? Because At one point, it was only Bitcoin, right? And so at one point, literally, the dominance was at 100%. Look, you're all the way up here. And I feel like we could probably say after this big drop and maybe here, somewhere in, I would like to say, somewhere in that time frame is where we should generally start the metric of dominance and how it looks, right? And that's probably a fair indicator. We have right here is an altcoin season, right here is an altcoin season, and I'm telling you, man, if we got to rip up into the 70s just to make it happen, then so be it. Percent wise for dominance, just to top out like what we've seen. We've seen this thing top out there one time. Here, let's remove all these so we can. So we've seen it top out there once, twice, thrice. Quad. We need quad. Quad top. Good old quad top. There you go. Quad top. We'll stop it at 70, close to 71%. And then from there, we can have altcoin season. If you want a fucking altcoin season, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are watching on YouTube. And if you're not watching on YouTube, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe there, and start watching there and chat with the best community in Web3 and crypto, hands down. My people are the best. I love you guys. Smash the like button just for the people. For the people. Not even for me. For the people. I love to hit you guys. I know that I just told you to smash the like button. Oh, it is on the other profile. That's all right. All right, we'll figure out a way to get it going later. I know you may hate chatting in text, but you love chatting in the chat. Get in that live chat and get in there. All right. So if we could see, if we have to give up 7% more, right, 6 and some change to get this thing up to 70 to make it happen, then so be it. Because again, we have got, this seems to be the magic touch. 2, 3, and again, we're on our way up there. How fast does it happen? Let's just say sometime in that box we hit it. Let's go. Let's go. We're leaving that up there. Not that that really matters. That's like oh shit, that's like a whole year. Fucking idiot. Oh my God. Carry my guy in the chat. Crypto Billy GM. We got some people in the crew today. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. I'm sorry about the space. I rugged it. I was if you're just tuning in, I tried to close out a different app and I fat fingered it and closed out X. And I tried to rejoin, but I didn't. It just wouldn't go. So, all right, that's the last time I'm going to say anything about that. All right, so there is our dominance chart. The other one, if you guys do watch the afternoon show, so we're talking about altcoin season, right? Talking about wanting an altcoin season. This is what we need. We need that dominance. If we need to go up to 70 to make that thing rip down, perfect. Let's do it. And then from there, what we see is altcoins rip up, right? We need dominance down, the other chart to go up. And the others is the true indicator of the entire altcoin market. It is everything minus the top 10. So no Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Tether, USDC, stuff like that. So, all right. Let's go. Oh, sorry to hit you guys with the ads. Man. It'll be quick. And you can skip. As soon as it says skip, just skip it. But I appreciate you tuning in. And Crypto Billy, he's got the Blocky said he's got this premium. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Bow, 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 bow. All right. So we looked at ONDO. Man, as you guys know, recently picked up some MORPHO while it was low at 85, 86 cents in that range there. And man, I'm hopeful that this thing is ready to make another bounce, just like this previous move that it had made, where, and this is the weekly chart. We should get off the weekly because that's like, it's just a little too grand, I suppose. Carrie, I'm so sorry I rugged everybody. I'm so sorry. That was definitely an accident. I did not mean to rug the space. You guys know, I mean, like, what are we going to do? Everybody, this is your time. It's the whole show instead of just the end. I need everybody to make sure. I need you to make sure. I'm going to go full screen on this. It's time for you guys. Put your pizza orders into the chat. Anything that is put into the chat in YouTube has a higher percentage chance of being delivered to you than it does in the X chat. I'm just saying. So go ahead, drop your pizza orders all day. All day. Smash likes, order pizza. Let's go. Rainbow pizza. Yep, that's going to be a forever thing. That is going to just forever be a forever thing. All righty. Hey, 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 Mama Mia, Papa Pia, time to order the pizzeria. Hey. Oh, I can never remember this. Which shoulder is it over? This one? Yes. It's like that's a backwards thing. Time to order the pizzeria. All right, there is the MORPHO chart. Now, if we were to think about this pragmatically here, here's our bottom, which we damn near came close to, right? Oh, let's see what the LeapFrog says today for MORPHO. Oh, baby, everything is, come on. Everything's up top. You know what that means. Have a day, kid. Have a day, kid. Should we leverage trade it too? Or should we just keep the spot bag? We'll just keep it in spot. Well, let's go with a smaller time frame so we can see what the day looks like. All right, so let's bring it down. There you go. This is where we'll keep it. So we are at, so I would say probably we did come close to coming down here and touching it earlier this morning. But I would think that we are probably in the mood for a Friday smooch of the previous daily. We did clear the previous week. See, that's what I'm saying. Like with the ONDO thing, like it's gonna come. It's gotta. It's almost like not that these are CME gaps, but I'm like, it's the mental thing of like, hey, it is going to. If it does this, it's gonna do this kind of thing. And that's what I'm saying with this indicator is that it's got magnets in it, and it just really likes to. It really likes to do the things that it likes to do, like go from the daily to the previous daily. And because we're at the end of the week, I feel, and this is what I was watching again. So here's MORPHO. It didn't do it yet on ONDO, as you guys know. We still have to hit the orange one right here is the previous week, right? Or the week to date, not the previous week, but the week to date. So we would still need to go up to about 84. Now this does continue to go down as well. As you can see, this will, if the price does go down, this will continue to go down. If the price goes up, it maybe stays flat. I'm still trying to figure out how some of these things work, but sellers definitely been in control for sure. For sure. But I don't think bulls are in control of anything right now, really. But so we are back on MORPHO. So the whole idea of what I'm watching for strategy wise, come down. Let's touch the previous day, right? Because we haven't done that yet. The day started here, and we didn't come down and touch it since here. So come down and touch this, and then if things turn bullish, come up and clear up the monthly all the way. Now, I would, in reality, like I would only play it to come back and touch the previous week, but we already did that. And will it do it today? I don't know. So it's just, again, it's kind of almost like it's LeapFrog. I mean, that's the indicator, and so you're trying to. You're looking at, which way is the momentum going, and it LeapFrogs up to these specific VWAPs. And so I don't know. Keep watching this. Well, let's keep having fun with it. Again, I haven't really put in anything too big in this quite yet. This looks like we've kind of tightened up our little range here. A less than 2% range for almost a full day. Let's go, MORPHO. Let's break out. As you got, I'm ready for this thing to go back up into the multi-dollars. I know some people are too. And I just got in. Thank goodness. I waited and waited and waited. And thankfully I did. Right. Carrie saying, wait a second. Carrie says, y'all entered my raffle on Twitter, right? Let's see. I'm going to make sure. that I put this in here. Let's go to Carrie's page. Boom. Carrie. All right. I just dropped Carrie's X account in the YouTube chat. Make sure you go to that and you check that where his giveaway is. Where is your giveaway? Where is it, Carrie? Oh, wait, here we go. Hey, gang. I'll post this one instead. Copy link. All right, so now you got the link to his page. Give him a follow and to the post with the giveaway. Do the things. Do the things. Army Piper, what's up, family? Hope you are doing well. Happy Friday. Happy Pizza Day. Guys, remember, put your pizza orders in the chat. Don't make me. Hey, Mamma Mia, Papa Pia, time to order the pizzeria. Okay. Let's go back to the charts. Back to the charts. And we could always, guys, remember, Blocky is coming on the show Monday. But we could always do this kind of stuff. If anybody ever wanted to tune in and team up and co-host on screen and look at charts on any morning show or afternoon show, just let me know. That could be fun. Ethereum 1590. What kind of work does this thing have to do today? So how are we looking here? Kind of in the middle, right? It'd be a nice little, you could make a nice, yo, let's go. Spectator Gadget, what's up, fam? I will, yes, Army Piper, I will definitely reschedule with you. I will hit you up in the DMs after the show today. I'm going to use it's funny. This thing's on my desk. This is the stylus for my iPad. And every day there is something that we talk about in one of the shows. And I pick it up like it's a normal pen to write it on. Two things. One, I have paper that I can't write on. And I have a pen that doesn't actually write. And it's like every day I pick it up like I'm going to write my note. And then I remember, I'll just use my notepad on my computer. And this way they're digital. So it's on my phone. It's on my iPad and it's on my computer. So if I leave the house, I've got my notes. Smash the like button, peeps. You are darn right. Kings, what's up, fam? What's up to the GreedFi community? Appreciate you guys being here. Let's go. All right. Let's see. That's Ethereum. Sweet 212. Man, we're looking. I know a lot of people are looking for this thing to pop up. So we are riding high of the daily, also riding high of the, let's see, this thing will pop up in just a second here, and then I will share my screen. 3, 2, 1. Oh, dude, like literally happened right at the same time. So sometimes when you don't open a specific chart for a while, these things take a second to load, and I had that 3, 2, 1 down, absolutely smashed it. Okay, so let's see. What is SWE going to be up to today? In my opinion, man, this is like the ONDO where you got a straight vertical. Here's the SMA. It's below the month to date. So that to me is usually like a stopping point. Like there would be no, unless we're getting towards the end of the month, like we did this right here. So where is the previous month to date? Why is it blue? That's weird. It should be the same color as the month to date, but so here's the the LeapFrog setup for SWE, right? So you would just, you were going to use some other indicators and some other ideas that you've got and some other strategies to figure out, where we leap into. And there are some times where this shit will fake you out, where you're like, I think momentum's going to carry us all the way up to that SMA. And you see this thing like break back down to like the previous daily, or if you've got like another VWAP down here, it'll pretend like you're going up here, but then it'll come down and touch these. But then later in the day, it's just wild, man. I'm telling you, man, get into it. Go watch the video that I did with Flopping Grover last week And then if you're still like looking to learn more, obviously hop in their Discord and do the things that you got to do to DYOR. But I'm telling you, man, I'm learning just from watching. No big trades quite yet, as you guys know, but all right, XRP. Yeah, dude, this thing's gonna rip to like several dollars very soon. So looks like if I were a betting man, we're coming down from the previous. This should be the previous day to today, the daily, right? So look, in the month and the previous week, we could, man, you could see a wick come down to the previous week to date. If this thing is going to be clearing weeks, I mean, you could see this thing happen. Now, this may not happen today, but I guarantee you it is going to happen sometime. Not guarantee. I shouldn't say that. But I would expect that even if it wicks down to, and this comes a little bit up, over $1, like see how it's still kind of moving up. So if we just, now that's not what I wanted. It's a little bit closer. So we'll just put it there like that. So as you can see, like this is going to move up a little bit. So, as the time rolls and as the day goes on, we may not have to fall as much to touch it, still around $2 or whatever. But the whole idea, no, Carrie, I took it back immediately. So I took it back, rotate that and rewind it back. That's kind of the whole plan of the LeapFrog thing. So if like this thing just loses all of its momentum up, because as you can see, this thing has been uptrending a little bit, but if we lose it all and start heading down the hill, that's kind of like what you see is that it would touch the month to date, come down, touch the previous week. And I'm telling you, man, it's crazy how this thing will just like boop, just pop right off of that and then just start traveling back up. So all in, Doug. VChain. I would like fully expect that to put in a VChain short today, unfortunately. But you're not going to get much. I mean, I know it's your 2 cents, but to come down and touch the daily is, okay. So if you've got 10x on it, you 10%, 11%, whatever it is, you make 20% if it comes down and touch the previous. But if you get this thing to actually come down and touch the previous week, man, 10x at that's 62%. So you could do some damage if this thing does come down the hill the whole rest of the day, right? So strategies, man. 500x leverage. Yeah, dude, that's FUD, dude. If you ain't using 1000x leverage, do you even trade? That's my question to you. If you're not using 1000x, why trade? If you're a spot buyer, spot buy crypto. Wait a second. Are you telling me that you spot buy crypto? Man, come on, man. 1000x. I mean, that's why we don't do the stocks, dude. Like, 5%, 3%. Like, does that get you going? Woo! Man, it'd be like investing in Bitcoin. Someone asked me the other day, like, oh, I got $500. Should I invest it in Bitcoin? What, you want your 500 to turn into 1,000 at the most? Sure. Go for it. Go for it, eh? Huh. No, you got to dig down. You got to dig down in the charts. You got to find something. You got to do some trading. You got to do some other things if you want to make money. If you're not already rich, you got to do some other things than invest in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not going to make you rich unless you're already wealthy. I hope you guys understand that. You got to do other things. You can't just say like, oh, I'm investing in Bitcoin. And you're like, they make memes about people like that, where you're like, I invest in Bitcoin. You're like, you got the fucking $5,000 setup for your $90 portfolio that it's going to turn into $120. Like, good for you, man. Do some different things. And I'm not talking to you, Carrie. I'm certainly not. The Canadian. I don't know how it went Canadian. Go for it, eh? Hey, grab your milk bag and get your milk bag knife, okay? And just go for it. It kind of went like a little Irish, a little A little weird at the end there. Hovers. What's a hover? Blocky, have a great day at work, my brother. I will tune into your live and drive or drive. What do you call it? The drive and live or the live and drive? The live drive or drive in and live in? JASMY, when do you think this thing is going to break out? Huh? You guys got any alpha? I would say we're going down. Now, see, this is like one of those things that it surprises you. Like it's funny how like this would work out. Like you're like, okay, we're going down. The ship is sinking, and you got all the VWAPs going down here. So here's what we're going to drive in live. Thank you. So what we're going to do instead of going down to smoochy all those is it's probably going to come up and smoochy that. And from there, it's pretty nice. And this is all, potentials and, we're in our triangle of love here. Let's remove all these drugs. This has gotten quite confusing. But if you look at a lot of these other bigger VWAPs, you got the purple are the yearly, right? So you've got the yearly in the previous year up here. And this red one, what's the red one? That might be quarter 3 or 4. I've got it turned off on most. I'll have to turn it off on this one because we don't need it because we're not in that quarter yet. But when we get, like the whole idea is like when we get closer to the end of quarter 3, or excuse me, the end of quarter 2, then we switch on, the information for quarter 3. But here we go. So, okay, so that's previous quarter 2. Okay, so at some point, we are going to make a charge back up here. And I would expect it to happen, sometime before this quarter ends. Now, we just started the quarter at the beginning of this month, so we've got 2.5 left to go. So, there is JASMY. I know that at some point this thing is going to do the numbers that people expected, but not yet. I thought this breakout was it, but we got rejected, when we hit here. If you look, man, why doesn't this thing ever stay? Stay, you son of a gun. If we pull JASMY out of the weekly, you'll see this thing has just been falling. But here's what we look at. Pump, give it back. Pump, give it back. Pump, give it back. Could this be? I mean, the pump, give it back. Pump, give it back. Maybe. Why is that? Doesn't make sense that the previous is way down there. It's because we're on the weekly. I think it's a little probably not the right time frame. There we go. Oh man. You never know. We could be on the way back up. We could have found the actual bottom. We could have found the true bottom for JASMY here at 00831. Man, is that actually the true? 825. 00825. If you caught that, good on you, mate. Good on you. That's a generational bottom right there. Especially if this thing kicks up to people are talking 60 cents and shit. Like, guys, do you understand how much money that is? How many X's that is compared to where it is right now? Like, I don't, to me, that seems extremely far-fetched that you're going to see 60-cent JASMY. That's all the way up here. That's in another world. That is another stratosphere. And we've got the line. Let's see if it ever touches at any point throughout this market. We'll know. That is a 37x. I'll take it. Some stocks go crazy. Got a quantum computing stock that 10x in 2 months. Oh shit, don't rule them out. But yeah, not getting crazy gains on traditional companies. No, you're right. Okay, so pennies and that kind of thing, you can definitely hit. And I think that was always the appeal. And that, to me, that's the kind of shit that my buddy and I were doing as we were playing pennies. when we got into crypto in 2017. So it was that, that the thrill, but it was more consistent in crypto. It's kind of like everything was a penny stock that hit back then. And I think that's what we all got addicted to, was the fucking slam bam, let's get some profits. It's a true bottom until the next true bottom. I feel you, but like, I don't think, honestly, like, it could always go lower, it could go to zero, but let's see, we'll pull the actual bottom, the lowest we've seen, and where it's at right there. So we could, yeah, you're right. That is about a 78% drop still from where it's at. Holy tomatoes. That would be horrible. I'm sure why people are all gassed on JASMY is maybe because they caught that, a 13x, right? Is that where it ends? 16x? Yeah. If you caught that thing from bottom to top, you got yourself a 16x. Pretty good. Good on you, mate. Good on you. I don't know. Is it ever going to pull those kind of numbers again? 6 cents? I feel like it. Obviously this, I don't know if you would consider, it's like one of those, like, do you say, all right, you've got your launch, it was back early on, times were different, yada, yada, yada. Let's go here's our true north, right? We'll chop it off right here. It's like somewhere around there where we bottom out. And then let's say, all right, well, technically, even from here, that's still kind of intact. And so we could probably draw that down a little bit more, or we could figure that out. But so higher, since drawing our line in the sand here, we have made higher highs. Now, we did, unfortunately, go from here as a low to down here. So we made a lower low, which is usually not a good thing. But the market took an absolute dog shit. Speaking of dog shit, I need a moment for you guys to, I don't think I have a picture of it, and maybe I don't. Maybe I do. My dog Jackson the other day impaled. This is the second time he's impaled himself in the month of April. The first time we were moving out of a house, and the little hinge on the screen door somehow he blasted through it, came off, stuck into him. Now it went between the fur and the bone. It didn't get into his muscle. It's just like in his little fat pocket between his fur and stuff. So he was fine there. But this time, my guy, it's still tough to see, but he got himself pretty good. I think there was some rebar in the woods in the back, and I believe that he ran into it. And so he just shout out I need a little yo whoop whoop from my guy J-Man Jackson. He could use your support right now. He did his surgery. He's alive. He's fine. Next 2 weeks are going to be kind of a pain in the ass for him. He can't run. He's a Australian Shepherd and a Border Collie mix, and so he's very active, and he's all go. He's zooted and booted all the time, and so he's got to be super chill over the next couple of weeks because of where it is. Because he flies up and down the stairs, and he hears the dogs, or he sees deer, cats, and he just goes ballistic. And so keeping him totally chilled out. So because it's right in this area here, so he doesn't and rip that thing wide open. So if you guys could just send some positive vibes into the universe from my guy J-Man, my dog Jackson, I would appreciate that. Thank you. Whoop, whoop. And for goodness sakes, baby, let's see JASMY. Where's okay, so here's July. Actually, all right. I like where this trajectory is going, to be honest with you. Why is it on that? So let's see, July, June, July. This is on daily. So this is the beginning. We should be getting ready to Let me show you guys the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. So this vertical line right here, this one right here, that is the beginning of, excuse me, Q3. So we should be seeing some pretty good activity by then. So let's turn LeapFrog off so we can see, that puts us hopefully, doing a little choppy on our way up, and then boom, we go up to Moonsville. So that's kind of the plan with JASMY is pop. We're gonna have to range for a little bit, but then we'll start making our ascent. Oh, that's next year. Man, I had that all wrong. I read that thing all wrong. This is 2026 next year. We'll be probably, we're going to have to just redo this here. My apologies. July of 2025. There we go. So that changes our time frame a little bit. So maybe, just maybe, we're going up like that. And then once we get into the Q3, the H of 2, not the Hummer. I would love to try drive one of those electric Hummers, see what that's like. But H2 is the second half of the year, as we say. Oh, here we go. My wife just sent me a picture. She's listening. She sent me a picture of he's all zippered up, but with stitches. Stitches, see? He got the stitch, see? I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's pretty gnarly. And so smash the like button for J-Man if you could, one time. If you got multiple accounts, you could definitely do it multiple times. But all right, well, what do we got else? The PYTH chart? How's the PYTH chart doing? I know PYTH pumped a little bit the other day. We talked about that. It's a little sign of life. Turn our LeapFrog back on. See what we're looking at. Put it on the 48. What are your favorite time frames for chart? What are we doing about PYTH? Full disclosure, I am a PYTH head. Neil. I told you guys, I got into MORPHO. I swapped my PYTH for MORPHO. I did. So he's on the daily. So, but here's what I would think is going to happen today is we're probably, because we're riding high, all of our VWAPs are down below. In my opinion, we're going to go down and we're going to smooch all those. Just kind of see how it works. And knowing that we had this big pump. Now we've got some good volume. We've got some pretty good volume there. Let's put it on the daily though, like what Neil's got. Zoom this thing out and see how it looks. Oh man. Does it just like automatically go to the drawing thing? Thank you, Neil. All right. So, all right, here we go. So what I drew was this line here is because we've got all of the VWAPs going straight down. And we are currently above the daily. We almost touched the month to date yesterday, but we didn't. Now that could be what happens part of today. Momentum going up and green dot on the daily. Okay. Actually, I'm going to keep it just a chart for now. So it could be one of those kind of days, man, where we're going to, instead of messing around with any of the previous days or the weeks and all that stuff, man, this thing could just be a climber, right? We see days like that where, you're nowhere near the SMA, you're nowhere near some of the other VWAP indicators, and it just kind of does this thing up and down, right? Like, look, we rode way down here for a couple days that had nothing to do at all with, like the previous month to date. But now, we're getting close. Again, we've got a little less than half the month to go until we get close to the end of the month. And so in order to be closing out months and touching the previous and all that stuff, I feel like I'm hopeful that that happens a little bit later in the month. And again, this is all we're studying how this thing works because it's new to us. We're not making any big trades based off of it. And we're just kind of studying how it works. Where in the month do things certain hit, taking notes, mental notes, actually physical notes, stuff like that. So there's that. You said you also like the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Yeah. So my favorite charts for checking long term are for long term trends are the weekly and the daily scrunched up. I do like the 4 hour and the 1 hour. The 48-minute, I probably look at the most. And if I'm scalping, it's the 10 and the 3. That's what I'll use. So those are my biggest time frames that I'm using throughout my trading day. Okay, there was the 1 hour we want to look first. So again, yeah, you're telling me momentum's pushing up. I would just I'm going to circle this stuff here, and then later today, I will send a message in the chat group to see comparatively to where we are here versus how the session goes throughout the day. And obviously, we've got the morning session going on right now. It is 9:54, so the traditional markets are open. We've been open for about 20 minutes, 24 minutes, and the afternoon seems to be usually a little bit different story. It's almost like you could have with these VWAPs, right? You've got a bullish morning and then a bearish afternoon, or vice versa. And you could have bullish, you can bearish, whatever. But it kind of seems like, if we're riding high in the morning, you may start to ride a little bit lower on these VWAPs in the afternoon. But it all depends on the buyers and the sellers, clearly, because that's the market. But if the bears take over, then that's what happens. So, all right, I think that's it for PYTH. That's what I think. Listen, I am. Don't get me wrong. Because I got out of PYTH because it's just been really frustrating, and I'd rather not be frustrated. And I took a little bit of a loss on my PYTH, but knowing that MORPHO is younger, it was higher. It's probably got more of a narrative push. One of the things that I say about PYTH is that Chainlink really needs to do its thing before PYTH kicks off. We know that we're nowhere near a altcoin season, so there's no really reason for, unless there's a crazy catalyst that happens for PYTH, there's no reason for it to pump. The RWA is a stronger narrative right now than Oracle's, I believe, and I know they kind of in some way, all shape and form, even with DPIN, live in the same world. But here we go. Neil, I will let you know this afternoon. We'll take another look at PYTH. I'm not doing a show, but I'll send some screenshots into the group. So if you guys ever want, if anybody, you know what, I'll go full screen for this because then we're getting close to making sure that you guys know. If you want to get into our DM chat group on Twitter, it is very exclusive. But reach out, let me know. We are taking some new members in there. Also, if you want to join the trading team, the W3BC Trade Squad. We talk about trades and all stuff, and I know Blocky's got a Discord, but I do have a partnership with Phemex, and so if you want to trade with us, you can go link in the description, link also in my bio on X. Join up. There is no KYC, no VPNs needed, none of that. I've whitelisted for you. I've done all the verification, so you guys don't have to. That's what they told me. So you don't have to deal with that anymore. So don't be afraid. There is the Easter trading competition that is going on right now. It's going on for about another 5.5 days. You could do some damage in 5.5 days. I know, that it's like 37 million is like the leader in trading volume, but there are thresholds and prizes for all different groups. So don't let that discourage you. I'm at like 300K, almost 400K, something like that. So nowhere near the top, but I'm having fun. And this is my first trading competition with Phemex. And I would like for you guys to join up, join the squad. There'll be plenty more things that we'll do, like, trading competitions within our own group, prizes, giveaways, all that kind of stuff. So join the squad, baby. Again, link in the bio on X. You can also find the description on YouTube. And let's see, could I put it up into the chat? Let's see. Where is it? It should be post show. I've got right. Oh, and I will drop this into the X chat, guys. If you want to join up with us, it is in the chat. Join up. Be on our trading squad. Let's go. All right. Well, I believe that is about it for today. So, in the sake of traditions, man, we love our traditions. I love you guys. You know that. It's Friday. It's the time for the pizzeria. Mamma mia, Papa Pia. We are making our own dough as we always do, and it is a pepperoni. It is a garlic. It is a banana pepper. It is an arugula, and it is a balsamic glaze kind of night. Maybe with some shaved pecorino or romano. Parmigiano Reggiano. Either way you slice it or dice it, it is Friday. Order your pizza, drop it in the chat, smash the like button, hit the heart, tag your friends, do the things that you got to do. I want to have big crowds next week, so we got to start pumping it up. Also, World Blockchain Capital checking in. Let's go, baby. Haha. Also, today is Friday. That means because there's no shows on Saturdays, and maybe we'll change that in the future, but no shows Saturdays or Sundays. That means you've got the opportunity to go 1, 2, we'll see each other on Monday morning, 3% better. It is this life mantra that I go by because it's really the only way that you can win at life, right? And I don't mean because it's going to make you successful. It's because if you keep pushing yourself to be better, it keeps you away from spiraling into a bad place mentally, right? Because you're always challenging yourself. You're always trying to make yourself better. You're going to have the shitty days. I have shitty days. I feel bad for myself some days, but it's about picking yourself back up. It's about saying, you know what, motherfucker? No, you ain't going to let the bad thoughts win today, right? And so even if it's just about that, we talk about 1% better in your career, 1% better in your friendships and all that stuff. No, man, think about your mental health too. 1% better in your mental health. You got to be thinking of that too. Right. So whatever it is, get out of your own head. If you need to go for a walk to clear your head, if you need to join a spin class, if you need to go to a yoga class, if you need to go to the gun range, if you need to go to the skate park, if you need to go wherever, go do that. Right. Start to clear your head and get out of your own way. I love you guys. Have a great weekend.